Hello students, it's Jennifer. This video is to help you understand writing a paragraph. It is difficult for many students, so let's look. When you write a paragraph for the tests, there is a question you need to answer in your paragraph. In this example, the question is, what do you usually do on Fridays? What do you usually do on Fridays? Read all the instructions. Continuing, it says, write a paragraph with 6 to 8 sentences about your Friday routine. So 2 times the topic is given to you, right? So what are you supposed to write about? What are you going to write about? Are you going to write about every day? Are you going to write about tomorrow? Yesterday? Your job? No, you're going to write about your Fridays. What do you usually do on Fridays? And you need a minimum, right, of 6 sentences to get a complete score, right? 6 sentences. You can also write a little more, 7 or 8 sentences. But important, your writing is in a paragraph form, not a list of sentences. So for example, right? For example, if we are writing, okay, and this here, this is my paper, okay? So we can see the limits of the paper right here, okay? So that is my paper. I need to begin with a topic sentence. What am I writing about? So remember, what am I writing about? Friday routine, right? What do you do on Fridays? Okay, so first I need a sentence to introduce the topic. What am I writing about? Friday routine, right? So maybe I say, right, I usually have a busy Friday. You know, I don't like that sentence. It's okay. I can think again, right? I usually do many things on Fridays. Okay, now this is my first sentence. When I write my first sentence, I don't write here on the edge of the page. I need to give a little space called indent. Okay, so I indent the page. Now, this is my topic sentence, big idea. Now I need 4 or 5 details about the things I do on Fridays. Okay, so to continue, where do I write? If I'm writing a paragraph, where do I write next? Do I write right here and make all my sentences begin like this at the beginning of every line? No, I need to continue right here next to my first sentence. Okay, right? And so I could say, First, I take my children to their schools. I have 2 daughters and they have 2 schools. Now, uh-oh, what happened? You see there's this last word doesn't fit, right? So when I write, when I have no more room, I continue on the next line right here, right? And that is good, right? And it's at the edge of the page, just like that. That's good, right? First, I take my children to their schools, right? Then I go home to teach on Zoom, right? Now, where is my next sentence? Do I write my next sentence here or here? Nope, keep going next to the last sentence, right? So I go home to teach on Zoom, right? I eat a quick lunch at 11:30. Oh, that just fits right there. So now my next sentence, yes, I can start on the next line because there's not enough room. So I keep going here. My next sentence, and I would say my daughters finish school early on Fridays, right? And so now my next sentence, where do I begin my next sentence? Right next to it, right there. I pick them up from school. Uh-oh, no more room, no more room. What do? I go down to the next line here, and I say at 12:45, right? And now, how many sentences do I have? I can check. I can go back and look, and I'm going to count my periods because every sentence needs a period. So I usually do many things on Fridays, period. That's one sentence. First, I take my children to their schools. Sentence number 2, period. Capital letter. Sentence number 3, I go home to teach on Zoom, period. I eat a quick lunch at 11:30, period. Right? My daughters finish school early on Fridays, period. And I pick them up from school at 12:45, period. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, we have 6 sentences already. We met the minimum. So 1 or 2 more sentences to finish. Right? So I can say one more thing and then I'll have a conclusion, right? So I pick them up from school at 12:45. I'd say oops, I can't type. We sometimes stop at Costco on the way home. Right, so that's one more sentence. And usually we like to finish with a conclusion, which is similar to the topic sentence. It connects back to the topic. And so I could say, Fridays are, it's not going to fit. So new line, Fridays are usually very busy. And that is a good place to stop, right? So then I have now a conclusion, right? Let me change the color here. So Fridays are usually very busy. That's a conclusion. It connects back to my topic sentence, right? I start with a topic. Big idea. I usually do many things on Fridays, right? And then the other sentences are details to support many things on Fridays topic, right? And finally, that last sentence connects back to my topic, right? By saying Fridays are usually very busy. Similar to saying I usually do many things on Fridays, right? Okay. So, in general, this is how we write a paragraph. Remember, please write your sentences all together. This is an easy way to earn points on your test by having every sentence continue together, right, to the end of the lines, right to the end of the lines. And in level 3, you want a space at the beginning of your paragraph, right? So I hope this video helps you practice writing a paragraph.